the Night Queen and the Fairies of the Season. With the jealous queen defeated, peace was brought to the kingdom of the seasons. The Fairies of the Seasons, using their unique powers, lived prosperously through all the seasons of the year. However, in a land not so far from the kingdom of the seasons, lived the Night Queen, who was filled down to her core with jealousy. The Night Queen envied the Fairies of the Seasons, who experienced nothing but joy in their lives. And from her jealousy, a plan to divide the Fairies was conceived, and the Night Queen began studying her prey. The Night Queen learned that the Spring Fairy needed her magic wand to cast a spell for all flowers in the kingdom to bloom. And that in order for spring to come, a basket full of sunshine was key. The Night Queen then stopped the Summer Fairy, and through her mischief, learned that in order to control the power of the sun and to make rain fall from the sky, a large plot of cloud was needed. Afterwards, the Night Queen witnessed the Autumn Fairy use her rainbow-colored pinwheel to dye the leaves in all shades, red and yellow, and harness a gust of wind to befell the leaves. Finally, the Night Queen observed the Winter Fairy and soon learned that unlike the other fairies, the Winter Fairy simply gazed up at the clear sky, with her eyes of cold winter snow, to cast a spell. And with the spell cast, snow fell from the sky and all was covered in white. After witnessing all this, the Night Queen pondered on a way to prevent the Fairies of the Seasons from using their abilities. Eventually she found an answer. All she had to do was shroud the world in darkness for the fairies to be powerless. With that, the Night Queen brought forth her magic and cast the world into perpetual night, bringing along with it a dark joy that she had never felt before. The Fairies of the Seasons fell into despair, as with darkness, none of the seasons or their abilities could thrive. They soon found out that with their abilities alone they could not possibly defeat the Night Queen, and that they needed help from someone else. After a long time of pondering, the Spring Fairy shouted, "What if we sent our pigeon high up to the sun? I'm sure we can ask for help." The fairies, hopeful once more, rejoiced as the pigeon soared above the dark night, hoping to find a way to defeat the Night Queen. As the pigeon flew up and up, it began to see light peering over the darkness, and soon was met with the warm embrace of the sun. The sun greeted the pigeon with open arms and listened to its stories of the night world below. The sun became furious, and, by gathering all of its light, it shined down upon the Night Queen. With the sun's rays casting onto the kingdom, all darkness faded and the world glistened bright once more. The Fairies of the Seasons shed tears of great joy. Unable to forgive what she had done, the sun locked up the Night Queen in her castle and cast a spell, which would guarantee unwavering light throughout the kingdom. The Night Queen lived the rest of her life in anguish, bound by her very own castle walls. As for the Fairies of the Seasons, they sought to bring harmony to the kingdom with its seasons and lived happily ever after.